Hello and welcome to another episode of A Gay in the Life.
I'm Blake.
I'm Garrett.
And today we have a guest who's coming to us from the country of Nigeria.
Edafe Okporo.
How are you?
Hello.
Very good. It's nice to be with both of you today.
You're from Nigeria, but now you live in New York, is that right?
Correct. I live in New York City.
When did you seek asylum in the US and what made you leave?
I left my country in 2016 because of threat to my life as a gay man. 2 years prior to when I left Nigeria, the government of Nigeria passed a law that criminalizes same-sex relationship and gay people by 14 years imprisonment. That meant I had to flee. So when I came to the border, I came as an asylum seeker and I asked for asylum at JFK Airport and I was detained by immigration. So 2 years of progression of since the law was passed to when I finally packed my bag and came to America in 2016.
Wow. So when you were seeking asylum, it was like a formal agreement? Like, did you have to go through and fill out paperwork and that sort of thing before you flew to the US?
No, so I got a visa to come as a visitor to the US. So as an asylum seeker, when you get to the border of the country in which you want to seek protection, you then ask for protection. So they stamp my passport, welcome to America, you are allowed to stay 6 months, but I don't have family or friends in the US. So at the airport, I went to the border patrol officers and I asked for asylum. From the airport, I was put on handcuffs, shackles on my waist and feet.
Wow.
To a detention center in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I spent 5 months and 14 days in the immigration detention center. While I was there, I got pro bono legal service from Immigration Equality. They represent LGBTQ people from outside the US. So they provide me lawyers who help me fought my asylum case. And this is the big part about being a gay asylum seeker, is that you have to prove that you are gay. Because there's a law that criminalizes homosexuality in my country. Anybody can just come to America and say, oh, I'm gay, give me protection. So how can you verify that you are gay? This is the bulk of the problem. So I was locked up in a detention center. My lawyers were outside. I have Grindr profile. I've been in Man Jam. My boyfriend's exes, they wrote letters, sent pictures of me and them. I've been in some gay ballroom. I work for an LGBTQ organization. USAID have an regional office in West Africa, and I was the lead program officer fighting for gay men in West Africa to have access to HIV treatment. Since I was working for USAID in Nigeria, there was documentation to show a pattern that I have been leading HIV intervention for people who identify as men who have sex with men.
Early on, when you still lived in Nigeria, you utilized your network to support HIV testing. You fought for health rights within your country. What opened up the door for you to start doing those things?
The AIDS crisis in Nigeria from 2014 was like a tsunami. After the Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act was passed by my country, it became difficult for gay men to go to clinics and access treatment. I and a group of friends came together to form International Center for Advocacy on Right to Health to fight for access to treatment for gay men. The goal was to use peer-to-peer education to create learning opportunities. So some of our friends, they have houses in the suburbs, that's not in the city. So we moved to the suburb whereby we can bring a DJ. People would like to attend parties. People bring their clothes. They can throw their wigs on and high heels and feel like they are part of something. And we started organizing rallies, mass rallies in cities, in towns. When I came back from the World AIDS Conference in 2016, I won an award as a grassroots activist by AVAC. They advocate for microbial vaccines. That was what led to the persecution I faced in my country, because my names and photographs were published as a grassroots activist who's advocating for gay men to have access to treatment.
What was the thing that happened that drove you to finally seek asylum and to leave your country?
That's a very important question, because I could have lived in Nigeria. I have a college degree, I have a master's, I have a good job. But in 2016, I was a victim of mob violence. I was sleeping in my apartment July of 2016, and a group of mob came and broke my door down. I was sleeping, they dragged me out naked. They were beating me up and they were singing behind me that I am gay. They have found out and they were going to kill me. So the community I was advocating in It's a Muslim-dominated community. So people know that I am gay, but they have never been caught in the act. But that was the first time I was caught in the act. I was dating a French guy in Abuja, and that night we kissed before he left. I didn't know that people saw me in the night. In the morning, by 5:30, 6 a.m., I was woken up by that mob. They were beating me up. They did the walk of shame. The towel bell around my waist. I was naked. They're clapping, they're singing, and I blacked out. When I woke up, I found myself in a clinic, and I knew I had to leave, but I couldn't get a visa to the US then. The easiest place for me to get a visa to was the UAE. So I traveled to the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, but I couldn't seek asylum because I'm gay.
Which is even more dangerous for a gay person.
So I came back to Nigeria. I was in a hiding. When I won the award in October, it became difficult. I didn't want to suffer the kind of persecution I've suffered 3 months ago. So I decided to flee. So I traveled to Egypt. I was in Cairo for some time before I came to United States.
Wow.
You had such a dangerous journey to get here.
It's very difficult. People don't know. Like gay people, we don't have time to prepare for our journey. Like I was in the office when I saw the message. My friend sent me a message. Edafe, I saw your names and photograph. You have won an award for your work. You have to leave. If the community finds out, you're going to be killed, definitely. I ran out of my office like a madman. I left my laptop in the office. I ran into the road like highway. I hailed the cab, entered into the cab. You know, where I was running to was my house because my passport, my birth certificate, my degree, everything was in a file under my bed. I got home, I just flinged the bed and dragged that file. I ran to my friend's place in the suburb. I stayed there one night and I went to an hotel close to the airport. I didn't have money to leave Nigeria. They would pay me my salary on the 25th. So I waited. My salary dropped on the 25th. I bought a flight to Cairo. I left the next morning on the 26th from Cairo. I got to America on the 28th.
Wow. Wow. That's really crazy.
You're so inspiring.